So we're back in, and we're warming up by the fireplace. All right, get laid. So this particular tag is going to be based around layering your fragrance. I love layering my fragrances. I love being able to experiment and see what different notes can do with other notes. But this fragrance may be lacking, and pairing it with another, I love it. I think it's amazing. One fragrance that I love layering, well, actually a couple of them. This one here I made myself, called Peach Brick. This is a combination of Tom Ford's Bitter Peach and Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather. The name comes from the name that Alt Fragrance used, which was Brick and Peach Smash. So I titled this one Peach Brick. This one is gorgeous because it's musky and got that strong leathery note, really prominent. But that peach and that bitter peach is so loud, such a prominent note, as well as that raspberry that's in that Tuscan leather. Those components coming together and creating like this really juicy, tangy, fruity, leathery note, and it's slightly musky as well. Man, there's no wrong that this fragrance can do. I gotta put a little bit of this on. It's such a bright, vibrant peach. The leather note is strong, but it's not off-putting. To me, it's welcoming. With those strong fruit notes, that peach and that raspberry, and then you bring in a strong leathery note, it's welcomed. It's not out of place. It's not misplaced. It's just right where it belongs. The next one that I ended up layering was the Black Phantom, which is from Sensual Obsessions, and Parfum de Marley Herod. So I call this one Caramel Tobacco Herod. And this one, the Herod was that more so like the tobacco, vanilla. I believe there may have been a little bit of cinnamon there, maybe a little bit of cinnamon, something else in there. But this, pairing it with a little bit of that sweetness from that caramel from that Black Phantom, it's just really, really good. Very excellent and appropriate fragrance for this particular season that we're at. It's sensual, it's warm, it's deep, it's slightly sweet. Even with the caramel there, it's not too overpowering with the sweetness. It's strong enough where it can cut through that weather. It's not going to project a whole lot, but I have gotten a few compliments on it. Oh, that's just beautiful. Caramel Tobacco Herod. This right here, I layered with two fragrances, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense and Arabian Roast from Be Layered. I layered those two. That coffee note that's in Arabian Roast from Be Layered is very sweet, very loud, very, very loud. It has a slightly synthetic feel to it, but mixing it with this super fresh, blue, aquatic, salty, marine, slight peppery note, it works perfectly. I love that. I love mixing things with that Dolce & Gabbana because of how it comes off. It comes off like slightly salty, a little peppery, really bright, sort of aquamarine, very marine-like smell. And so pairing it with different things that may not conventionally go with a marine note works well for it. This reminds me of an amped up version of Antonio Banderas' Blue Seduction. That cappuccino note, even though it's a blue and aquatic fragrance, adding that cappuccino just gave you like this slight sweet savoriness that is just really, really nice to have. Like I said, that sweet, smooth coffee note, and you get like this fresh blue aquatic that pairs well with it, and it gives you like this, I don't know, like this coffee on a yacht kind of feel. That is so good. Those two particular contrasting sort of notes or note layouts really work together because they still contrast, but they contrast in a really smooth way, and I love it. Another one that I love a whole lot is this one here. This is a Ventus and Baccarat Rouge. I know on Duo Fragrance, I think it's called Casino Royale or Casino Royale Nights, something like that. I had those fragrances, so I wanted to go ahead and pair them together and see what the fuss was all about. And the fuss is nice. I've officially run out of room on me because I am freezing. So I'm keeping my jacket on for right now. I'm gonna use my test strip. It's really nice. It's such a dusky, woody. It's dusky and sort of like sensual and a little woody. Both of them have that sort of component to them. With the Baccarat Rouge, it's a little more resinous and sweet. But you get like that dusky, sensual sort of vibe from it. That pineapple cutting in with that Baccarat Rouge. All of that just plays together so well. That's really nice, y'all. I love layering things because sometimes you get something really cool and unique that you normally wouldn't get in your fragrances. And yeah, I just love it. I love being creative anyway, so layering was going to happen. This one is titled Sabawa Blue War. This is a combination of 3 fragrances: Sabawa Oud, Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, and Andy Warhol by Bond Number 9. The reason I paired these was just to see how far I could push that boundary of just varying types of fragrances. So with the Sabawa Oud, it is very resinous, very dry, very woody, very slightly sweet, like tree sappy sweet. Very much so a oud fragrance. Add that in with the Bleu de Chanel as more of a fresher, soapier component, slightly woody, slightly musky component, and then pair that with the Andy Warhol by Bond Number 9, which is like this tobacco-like, even though I don't think tobacco is in it, but it's like this tobacco-like plum combination. And add those 3 things in all together, and it is just a wild ride. It's creamy. It's got that resinous. It's fruity. The oud really stands out still. It's sensual. It's resinous, sweet, fruity, creamy. It's woody, but it's woody in a very clean way. It's a very clean and just neat smelling wood. The plum come through from the Andy Warhol, but in a really chill way. With the Andy Warhol by itself, that plum is very, very prominent, and this one kind of just takes the back seat and just adds a little bit of a fruitiness to it without you being able to pick up on it's a plum. It just smells beautiful. It kind of gives off like a black currant vibe as well. I kind of get like a black currant and a juniper vibe. It's resinous, creamy. It's slightly woody. It's kind of airy at the same time, slightly fresh. This is just really nice. To me, this can go in the summer as well. The way that this smells, this can easily go in the summer. And it'll be very inoffensive. It'll be very mysterious and just, oh, that's just beautiful. You get a little bit of spices kind of come up at the end, but not too much. Just a wonderful fragrance. That is it for this video, you guys. That completes this video of the Get Laid tag. This is my attempt to create my own tag. So whoever watched this, you're tagged. And if you like layering your fragrances, come and just share with us, like, what's your favorite layers and what's your experience with them? How unique was it for you? And yeah, just your overall take on it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.